Good morning, loved ones. It's day 100. We've been in this yoga challenge now for 100 days, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about me because I realized that some people are curious. I'm 34 years old. I'm Swedish, but I have lived abroad a lot in Switzerland, in Italy, and in the US, in New York and Los Angeles. And I'm an addict. I'm a recovering addict now. And I think I've been a bit lost my entire life. I had really bad confidence. I wanted to be who the person that I met, wanted me to be, or I thought they wanted me to be. So I had habits of, not speaking the truth very often, and kind of, pretend I was someone who I'm not. Also with the career choices and things like that. But a few years back, I got sober after some crazy years in the US, actually. I've had some crazy years all over Europe too, but this was when it really became kind of bad. And since then I've been in this 12-step program of recovery from addiction, and I've learned so much about myself from that program. And from yoga, I've started practicing yoga 10 years ago when I realized that there was something wrong with me. I didn't then know what my problem was. I thought I was, I had ADD or, some kind of diagnosis, like bipolar or something, because I wasn't like the others. So yoga helped me a lot to control my mood swings, and I had like this, kind of feeling in my chest that I had to be somewhere else. I had to do more. Like there was nothing that was enough for me. Like I was never satisfied with where I was, who I was, or what was going on. I always wanted more or something else. Like I was chasing, some kind of satisfaction that never ever appeared. And sometimes it did when I was on the mat. So I stopped drinking alcohol like for 2 years when I was 26, and then I got addicted to yoga. I got that's like 8 years ago. That's when I started teaching yoga and do my teacher trainings, and I was like addicted to math. I was doing yoga maybe 3 hours a day. It was not healthy. I know that there are a lot of people that can relate to what I'm saying, but I think if you have an addictive personality, you can get addicted to anything. But I can see that a lot in the kind of yogi spheres in the world, that it's a lot of like ex abusers that get into that, and it's common then that you get injuries in your body because you over practice and you want to you want to get into a split, but you're not there, and you force it. And I'm very against Bikram yoga, because you kind of like fool your body to think it's gone further than it is. And for me, yoga is like this beautiful philosophy of listening to yourself, and letting your body and spirit guide you to where you are. So that's when this idea awoken in me. Like I was in Los Angeles this fall to make some amends, and I hated Los Angeles, and now we're kind of friends. But I got this idea then, that I've been looking for something new to do. I was in marketing and advertising before, and then I was thinking of maybe studying something else, like design or somewhere there. But then I just got this insight. I am a yoga teacher, and I've been teaching for a long time, and I've been in branding, and why don't I do something with that? And I also in the 12-step program, there's something called the morning routines. where you like every morning you wake up and you think of what you want to do of this day, and you know, you pray and you meditate, and it's one of the most beautiful routines I've ever had in my entire life. But I'm like a very undisciplined, you know, addict. So sometimes it's hard for me to follow that routine. I can kind of, you know, slide away from it. And then I was thinking, if I add some yoga to it and share it with other people, we can get disciplined together. So that's actually how this idea was born. And then, fortunately, that night I was seeing like a huge Hollywood producer in LA who's a great friend of mine, and I was speaking with him about the idea, and they got, you know, they thought it was a brilliant idea, so we did like a pilot for it. And I still haven't received that edited version. So I realized that if I am to do this, it has to be super easy. So that's when I checked out, you know, tech for the mobile camera, and bought this like little lens and microphones, and I got my own little studio thing going. That is very easy because then I actually do it. And I have to tell you guys, like, since I've started this, I started in December, but you weren't invited until January because I had to get a little bit of a hang of how to film and how to do it. And I also had the technology. But since then, I made some major changes in my life. I'm no longer with the job I was with. I'm following my dreams. I'm not gonna tell you too much about my dreams yet, but I will include you later on, and things are getting there. But you know, I don't want to jinx it. So when everything is done, you know, I'll let you know what that is. And since I started to do the right things and do them like a little bit every day, and that's also why I'm with the yoga practice we do together, I want it to be a lot of focus on the breathing, a lot of focus on the meditation, and not, you know, of course we do the asanas, but that's not a major part. And also repetition, because when we repeat things, our body, it transforms into our muscles' memory. So for example, for 2 years when I was in the US, I couldn't practice yoga because I didn't connect. It was awful. After, you know, having been so into it, and then I was abusing a lot of alcohol, and it was awful to be on the mat. It was that's when I realized that I was like far out, and I didn't want to realize that because I wanted to be in that. So, and then I met my guru, and I spoke to him about that. I was like, I've been, you know, smoking, I've been drinking, I've been doing some drugs, and I was so ashamed because, you know, he put so much energy into teaching me, you know, this beautiful philosophy, and I just, you know, fucked it up. And he told me something that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. It's like, yoga is about forgiving, Malin. And he was right, you know, because I had been putting my, you know, I had been spending a lot of time on the mat, and I had done a lot of work, and it came back to me quite quick. When I started to practice again, it came back to me, and as forgiving as yoga is, I want to be, and I want to inspire forgiveness, because if we forgive ourselves, people around us, like every person out there that I can't forgive, that, you know, I think treated me wrongly in some weird way, or, you know, they own me. I'm owned by them, because my emotional life is owned by what I think of them. And they are not suffering from me being angry with them. The only person that is suffering from that is me. And all those things I want to remember every morning. And that's why I share this with you. So, yeah, I think that's like, I don't have any children. I have a beautiful family, a sister and a mom and a dad, and two nieces that I adore and love a lot. And yeah, I grew up in Sweden. I moved abroad when I was 18, and now I've been back for 3 years. I think that's kind of me. thank you for showing interest, and thank you so much for participating. It's amazing. We have 265 days to go. Imagine, what we can do in those days. I love you. Thank you so much, and please subscribe to my channel. I need subscribers and followers. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.